Hit go live. Welcome, Fabnatics. We're finally live. Tonight we have TK, Tyler Kennedy, versus Donghee Kim of West Coast, Best Coast. Looks like we got Viscera versus Starvo. TK not a stranger to this matchup. Oh, it's been an exciting day in the Flesh and Blood community. Lots of new announcements. Here we go. At least it replaced itself. Ooh, we get a meet and greet. Seems like a good start for TK. No doubt. It's been one of the punchiest decks of the season. All right, so the opponent's trying to decide if he wants to block or what he wants to block with. Oh, absolutely. All right, so we're pitching an ice card, we're pitching an earth card. This seems good. So he's blocking 5. This is turn 0, and the opponent's hand seems to be full of ice and earth, so... Oh, absolutely. And I think maybe TK just pays 2 here unless he really likes his hand. Yep, there's the 2. So we see that he didn't really have a strong... He could have come back with a break ground fused, but now we're going to leave it up to the draw. Nobody is hearing you, Jake. John, can you hear Jake now? Go ahead and say something, Jake. Technical difficulties all day long. I do hear you, but it's not coming through for some reason. Let's see. Go ahead and try now. I actually think I know what the problem is. Try now. Hmm. I'm totally missing the game. Let's see here. Nope. It's probably on my end. I'm just trying to fix it here. All right, sorry about the audio here, folks. I'm trying to figure this one out. All right, go ahead and try to speak now.
Okay, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3.
All right, chat, can we hear Jake now?
Hello. There's like a 15-second delay.
Yeah, I see your input now, so.
Okay, that seems promising. Woo!
Yay, they can hear you.
Awesome. They're not gonna know that we know that they can hear us until later, but okay. He says I'm still a bit quiet.
I'm turning you up.
I basically have this microphone in my mouth at this point.
It doesn't need to be there. They should be able to hear you just fine now.
Okay, cool. Hi, everyone.
Welcome, Jake.
Yeah, I've been here. I've been just having such great commentary this whole time.
All right.
Everybody's just been listening.
So I've missed what's happened in the game so far, but it looks like Starvo pitched a bunch there. TK is down to 34. Starvo's sitting at 36.
Yeah, so that Toma Harvest play got him a lot of cards, as you can see.
And we got a crippling crush coming in. Big blocks coming from Jake here.
You mean TK?
Yeah, I got Jake on the brain. I was trying to get him in here.
Yeah. Yeah, that is lucky.
An Oaken into a crippling. Wow.
Dang. Yeah, that's some pretty good early pressure. But he did reveal that Mordred from hand, so seems like he was able to keep that, right? I didn't see him put that back down to block with.
Yeah, I didn't see it to block.
All right, he's pitching Earth. Sorry, Lightning, Earth, Lightning.
Mm.
Not quite there.
But Tome of Harvest and Starvo, it's not something I've seen.
Hmm. Yeah, seems like a good Earth choice to me.
Seen some Evergreens, Lightning Surges.
But you've got to like know that you are gonna have to take a turn of not crowning, right, to really get value off of that.
Oh,
But
absolutely. And I think in the OTK matchup, you're okay with that?
for sure, yeah.
A very interesting play by Starvo there. All right, so back to TK's turn. There's that Mortar Tide that you saw and to become.
Very exciting.
We're going to create two. What do you think he's going to grab here?
What did he discard?
I discarded a Spellblade Assault, a blue.
Oh, okay. Probably a Read the Runes.
Takes us up to 5 rune chance, which adds 2 this turn. Do you think he'll get Read the Runes, play Read the Runes? Yep.
Yep, because
and then just draw 4.
Yeah, because he's not gonna have any action points.
So he's going to
That's kinda-
create 4 rune chance here.
Yep, if you've only got 3 cards, that's a good way. Those are 3 good cards to have to set up in this matchup.
We went up to 11. So there must have been a Viscerai trigger.
Yeah, it's great that he was able to preserve so much life while still creating 8 rune chance.
Oh, absolutely. As many of you know, Viscerai can go off pretty well with just 12 rune chance. So the more rune chance you can get, ooh, we got a Spinal Crush command. The more rune chance he can get and keep his life total high, the better chance he has at defeating his opponent. So the backbreaking attack comes in the form of Spinal Crush. Don't know that TK really cares about go again next turn. It'll really depend on what his hand looks like.
Right, like on the previous turn, not having go again would be pretty terrible, but he still would have been able to block this out just fine. And I don't know if Starvo runs pummels, but Starvo does have a card in hand, a full tunic, and 1 floating, which is just enough to pummel this.
Very good call. So it looks like we're blocking with 3 from hand for a total of 8.
Mm-hmm. Now, if he was playing against Ben, that would have been a red pummel.
Yep. Looks like the opponent just arsenals and passes.
Yeah.
We got 1 card in hand. Wouldn't be surprised to see an arsenal pass here. Maybe he's holding on to something like another Arconyx.
Yeah, when you're sitting there really debating whether you want to arsenal that or not, definitely could be a card like that, where it's like maybe a little too early to throw that in arsenal and kind of clog up that slot, but we'll see.
The arsenal looks like Starvo's holding him up so he can crown with the tunic counter. Yep. I think we're going to see a Starvo activation here. No?
Probably, I guess he couldn't quite get there with his filter.
So winner's bite. You see a blue pitched. Ooh, a dread triptych. Wonder what the importance of 2 floating here is. I feel like he
Probably
pitched that
nothing.
on purpose.
Yeah, right now his attacks like that are just
Dead in hand. He
not
doesn't want
not
to
what he wants
attack.
to see. Right.
Good
So
call.
they're just resources he can just throw away basically. Um,
And we get a
but that
Heaven's Claw. No go
that is a
again.
3 block though, so it makes me wonder, since he really only needs the one resource. I mean, I guess there could be back-to-back winners bites, but that'd be kind of funny. Oh, yep. Okay.
That's a blizzard.
Is he just clearing that out, maybe?
Looks like
Makes
it.
sense, because he's not going to get much value.
Oh, we get a reduce. Seems like a good play there.
Heck yeah.
Block it out
create a rune
completely,
chant.
create a rune chant.
Perfectly playing to TK's game plan here.
Blizzarding his own attack was kind of interesting, actually. But I
Yeah,
guess he knows it's a dead card. He's not going to see
right.
attacks until it's the last turn.
Yeah, great idea to filter that.
Seems like every week we meet some really skilled opponents.
Mhm.
Been a really fun league so far.
I could almost see keeping the blizzard. Like if it is a blue, it is an ice. Like I don't know. No, he wouldn't probably play it, but he could still pitch it for resources, and it's 1/3 of what he needs. But I'm sure he knows his deck well and knows the odds of getting his Yahtzee in. So yeah.
Looks like TK's debating going here. About to see this Arsenal card, I think.
Nope. Yep. He might just
Oh, he's
be
just not ready
waiting.
yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And that is a yellow read the runes, Mordred. So he does get a blue. And that does deal an arcane. The nice thing about playing the Sonata here is if he has like a read the runes, it will create an extra rune chant since he's played a non-attack now. But the scary thing is we have seen two of his Sonatas. And if Starville's running pummels or something like that, or I don't know, Command and Conquer, just anything that could threaten his ability to play that third Sonata is very scary. I
Yeah.
think we saw that happen. Was it Michael's game where he just kept pummeling his opponent literally until he had no Sonatas in deck, and then yeah, still ended up blowing up his Skeleton with a weight expose the elements. So that was
It'd be
interesting.
interesting, though, because I don't think Tyler would have done that without knowing where the other Sonata was.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a feeling that the other Sonata is back in Arsenal.
Yeah, or he's got ways to tutor, right? He's got his Become the Arc Knight. I think we've only seen one of those.
Oh, Command and
So there's
Conquer.
still
Let's
3 cards in deck. Yeah.
let's hope that it wasn't Sonata in there.
And see, this is the scary thing, right? Where he's got 3 cards in hand in a Command and Conquer, so that's threatening his arsenal. And maybe if he's running pummels, he could strip a card and blow up his arsenal unexpectedly. And if that is the third Sonata, that's very scary.
A very risky proposition there, for sure.
But did he activate Starvo's ability this turn?
I do not believe so. I saw a crown and that was it.
Mm-hmm. But that's the mind game, right? He's maybe in TK's head making him question whether he should way overblock here. Also, I have no idea if he's running pummels at all.
He
Okay,
absolutely is.
confirmed.
There was a reason to be afraid there. Oh, it
All
was an
right.
unmovable. That's not bad.
No, that's not terrible. Curious he didn't block with that. That seems
Now
like a good
we,
card if it
well, he
just
couldn't
block
block
with.
with it because it's a defense reaction.
Oh my goodness, yeah. I don't know
Command and
why.
Conquer has words on it.
I don't know why I said that. In
Sometimes
addition
we
to blowing
forget.
up your arsenal, you also can't play defense reactions. That's why everybody likes that card.
Is it a good card, do you think?
I think it might be. All right, and that was just a yellow pummel. So
Yeah, it was. That was a really interesting include. We're seeing another spinal. And it could be another pummel as well. We have one floating and a tunic resource.
yep.
Now that's always going to be in the back of TK's mind.
Yeah, if he wasn't putting his opponent on pummels, it's almost good that that happened when he had a card that wasn't, a Sonata or something really important that got popped.
Yep. It looks like a lone lead the charge and a sink below.
That shuts off the crush effect, getting it up to a 6 block.
Potentially, but it does kind of seem suspicious. We might see a pummel here again.
Mm-hmm.
Opponent may not value it here, but
And a pummel here wouldn't be too devastating. Like, it's TK still has quite a bit of health, and yeah, we'll see. Definitely seems like he's thinking one of them's in the tank.
all right, looks like
Okay.
we resolve. Do you think that was a bluff from the opponent?
Uh, it should be. Now that he knows he's got those on TK's mind, he can take full advantage of those situations.
Yep. So we see a red read the runes come down. We're up to 15 rune chance. He says,
Mm-hmm.
"Go ahead,
That's
Starvo.
good.
It's your turn. Let's see what you can do." We got another command and conquer coming in.
2 cards in hand, 1 in arsenal. And he didn't crown that card away.
So it very well may be a pummel there. And that's the scary part.
Yeah, the fact that he didn't the fact that he didn't crown it away to try to, fix his hand to have Starvo, definitely makes it seem like maybe it is an attack reaction, right?
Well, very much reads that way to me. There it
Okay, yep.
is.
But it's from hand. Interesting. And it's a red. Pummel's putting in the work.
Just to reduce. So we're just losing defense reactions. Then we lose a yellow read the runes from hand. Oh,
It follows up with another yellow read the runes. I think we've seen. Well, no, he revealed a yellow read the runes during a Sonata, and then that got shuffled. So
we have one yellow left. 2 reds?
maybe just 1 red.
Very
He's played 2 of
possibly.
them. Um, yeah.
We're going to get a channel. Doesn't
We have.
seem bad. Okay, it looks like the Ice Hammer's coming.
Yep. We have not seen any Runeblood incantations though, and those are a great rune chant generating card.
Oh, absolutely. One that Starvo has no interaction with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there we go. That's perfect. He does not have to pay even with the extra cost because of the amazing cost reduction on that card.
Oh, absolutely. So how many rune chants do we need to go off here? That's the question, right?
I've heard like 22 is around the right number, but I don't know. I don't know if you just keep pushing until your life becomes, well, until you either run out of cards that are going to efficiently create rune chants for you, or if you're, there's probably several factors, right? Your rune chant threats, your health, but
All
I
right.
suspect the moment he gets, like Sonata or Become the Arc Knight, I could definitely see him going off. Obviously, probably doesn't want to mess around with that while Channel's on the floor, but yeah,
There's
there we
that
go.
incantation.
That's what we want to see.
Like you're in the mind of the stick.
I've played against TK a lot, and I also like Viscera a lot. And yeah, TK is a great pilot of Viscerai. He got 14th at the Calling Indy. Had to play just so many games with the OTK strategy that day, those 2 days. So he's definitely put in the reps at a high level.
Oh, absolutely. It was great fun watching a teammate pilot his way to success that day.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's cool seeing them put in all the hours, to make that happen. All right, let's see if he keeps his channel out. He's got nope. Okay, he's not.
He will not be keeping the channel out, but here comes a crippling.
Can definitely afford a pummel if that's an Arsenal, and he again did not crown that away. So
He could have tomed there too.
mm-hmm. Very good point. Yeah, here comes the
So
pummel.
it's 2 red pummels, 1 yellow pummel we've seen so far.
Yep, he's getting pummels at very good times. Oh,
Luckily for us, he just gets an unmovable.
yeah. Did he block with 3 reds and then keep the unmovable in hand?
It looked like it. It looked like he was pruning his hand on purpose.
I mean, it's more blocking to do the 3 reds, I think, because they were all attacked. So definitely makes sense. Because the unmovable from hand is only 7. Okay. He'll just throw out another.
And then we're going to see a Frosty Hammer again, probably into the arsenal.
TK's got 23 cards in deck, so I would imagine he's probably really close to hitting the Become or the second Sonata. Oh, okay. This is annoying again.
Yeah, well, at least the pummel's not coming.
Yep.
Just depends really what's in arsenal for TK, I think.
Mm-hmm. And he does have 2 block off of his equipment without losing anything. So even if he's got some 2 blocks in hand, it shouldn't be the end of the world for him.
Yeah, so at the beginning of TK's turn, he's automatically going to go to his 20th rune chant. I'm wondering if how he's thinking here. Do I take the gamble? He's not taking the gamble, but we see 2 attacks go away. That seems
Rattlebones
good
does
there.
block for 3.
Unfortunately,
Great back.
channel will be online for TK's next turn.
Mm-hmm.
But really, if he's aiming to get at 21 or 22, he just has to block well, right?
Yeah, I don't think this is too bad because Starvo's just going to have a 4-card hand on the next turn. And if he comes in with a big attack, he's typically got to pitch quite a bit for that.
Ooh, read the runes.
This is great.
We're online.
This is great. All right, he's getting ready to draw. So after drawing these 4, he's got 20 in deck. So I would imagine he's close. Yeah, so he's going to pitch a whole bunch for this.
A 3rd crippling crush coming down the line here.
Definitely not getting to. Okay, so doesn't have to worry about a pummel here.
Also doesn't have to worry about channel next turn. So
it's still going to strip lots of cards from TK's hand, but with 23 rune chance, 24 at the start of his turn. I don't know. Depending on what he's got. Ideally, he plays a Mordred, pops Skeleta, plays
Oh,
some,
absolutely. So we
and
have
then just have fun.
that'll take half his deck and lay it out there for him too. So
Yeah. So he's probably going through and thinking about the ratios here, going through seeing how many attacks, non-attacks he's got in his discard pile. The fact that he's taking a long time here definitely makes me think he's got a Become or Sonata. I mean, even a Become and Sonata, that would be amazing.
I mean, it really depends on his arsenal. I mean, unless he can shut off the crush effect here, discarding 2 random cards seems kind of risky if the Become or the Sonata's in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Seems almost like you're better throwing 3 cards down in front of the crippling.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is this next, at the end of this turn, he will have a card in Arsenal, so he can. It's a good time to have the ability to crown.
But yeah, I think you're right. I think TK's in the tank because he's about to go off.
Yeah, watching these OTK games, you just feel excitement just steadily mount throughout the whole thing. Yeah, just hope that it pays off.
There's the 3-card block, all 3 attacks.
Yep. Just takes 2
Rattlebone,
here.
Swarming, Dread.
And if TK doesn't go off this turn, it's we just want to see a non-Frosty Hammer or something very weak from Starvo, which Starvo does a lot of times. You'll be playing against them, they'll be putting on a lot of heat, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they just swing Hammer. So we'll see.
Yeah, that would be ideal. Let's see. TK's thinking something through here.
Yeah, so if he were to pop Skeletor right now, he'd get to see 15 of the 20 cards, I believe, if he's got the Sonata. Okay, so I guess in reaction to the Rune Chant creation, he went ahead and crowned here.
Interesting.
Oh, TK just passed up. So it was actually at the end of the turn. Oh, that's not good. We don't want to see that. It's probably going to be that break ground, I'd imagine.
And maybe that unmovable in TK's arsenal. We haven't seen very many Oakenolds. Chat's correct there. So
it's trying to strip a card. But we know the whole hand now, so I think the
Yep.
break ground is going to be the attack.
Then Frosty Hammer.
Yep, he can definitely get there, I think. How much does a break ground cost? Is that just a 3 cost?
I believe so.
Yeah. Okay. It's not bad.
I got Break Ground coming in for 9.
9 dominate. We don't like it, but he does have the 2 block from the equipment if he wants to conserve some health. And this ice card that's on the field, that one was not the one he fused with, I believe. So definitely suspect the Icy Hammer. Okay, he does conserve the life here.
Wonder if he's caring about the Frosty Hammer.
Yeah, yep, there we go. Okay.
Ooh, an incantation and a Mavrian Skies.
But I think he's definitely at a healthy. I think he's got enough Rune Chance here, and he spent some time looking through his discard to have a good idea of what he would expect to see. I mean, we're definitely at second cycle at this
Oh
point. He
no.
only has 14 cards.
Oh
This is
no.
bad. Got the pulse.
And the spinal crush. Not what you want to
Very
see
bad.
here.
Yeah,
But it is the
that's
last
real.
spinal.
Oh, I hope we've got some D-reacts. There we go.
Block 7 of the 11.
And that's enough to lose go again. And then this is not what we want to see here. But if he can weather this storm, yeah, this is getting to be a nail biter. I don't think we've got any more unmovables. Oh my gosh. Yep. Okay.
This is not looking good.
That just happens sometimes. And he's naturally drawing into these. These are not him like keeping a pulse and juggling it. It's just him dumping his whole hand, drawing
I
Starvo, dumping his
think,
whole hand, drawing Starvo.
I want to say, due to the lack of crowns, we're not even second cycle in his deck yet. I think the next hand will have 2 cards that are.
He's got 32 in deck right now. I was thinking the same thing. I don't know that. I think his deck's just asking him if he wants to win. This is tough. I think we've seen all the unmovables because he blew 2 of them up with CNCs.
Yep.
I don't think we have any more reduced to rune chance. I would imagine that's probably the only D-reacts he's running, so he doesn't mess up his ratios too much.
We did see a sink below earlier.
That's true. We did. The unfortunate thing, though, is he's losing so much value every turn at this point on his Sonata turn because he's got 11 cards in deck. He can't even reveal every single card that he would be allowed to reveal off of the Sonata right at this moment. Yeah, this is rough. 3. Yep, has to do it. It's the only way.
Does he blow up the skeleton at the end of the turn? Go ahead and.
It's an action. It's not an instant. Oh, I'm sorry. It is an instant. Blowing it up though.
But he doesn't have a way to play. He doesn't have a way to play Arconics this turn.
I was gonna say the only thing he would be able to pay for blowing it up on the opponent's turn is like an unmovable.
Yeah.
And at this point, even if he's got like a 9th blade or something.
Yeah, it looks like the OTK plan is just not going to work this time.
Yep. So him crowning right there tells us that TK just passed, and this is going to be game, I'd imagine. Yep. That was just a little bit of a low roll on TK's part as far as the spacing of those sonatas. I felt like he saw 2 really early, and then when he was ready to pop off, it's just, like 3 back-to-back Starvos.
Yeah. So we've got the break ground coming in with go again.
Yeah, that's gonna get him there. So that's 7. Yep, he's thrown in here. Fucking with boots. Well, good game, guys.
Good game. All right. All right, I ended the stream.
Cool. Oh, that